What's going on, YouTube world? Austin Zaback here with another YouTube video. And in this video, I want to talk to you guys about how to make $273 per day in real estate, okay? As a real estate agent or even wholesaling, okay? I'm going to do another video on wholesaling at a later date. Look, I'm getting notified that I'm live. I'm going to do another video just like this on wholesaling. So if you're looking into getting into wholesaling, stay tuned for that. But don't click out of this video, because what I think you're going to find is that this is going to be extremely beneficial to you as well. So without further ado, let's dive into the nuts and bolts of how that we actually do this. Okay, first off, here's my Instagram. I clearly can't talk tonight. But if you're not already following me on Instagram, make sure to go follow me on Instagram. So here's my page, @AustinZaback. And let's go ahead and hop right in here. So these are the different ways to make $273 per day as a real estate agent, okay? I'm going to make sure everything's looking good here. Everything is looking great. What's going on, guys? What's going on, Andrew? What's going on, Ryan? Okay, so to make $273 a day as a real estate agent is not nearly as hard as you may think it is, okay? I'm going to give you three options, and I'm going to give you the worst case scenario after these three options of what that looks like per week, per hour, etc. And now keep in mind, there's a ton more options than just three, but I want to give you just three for the sake of this conversation and the simplicity of how easy this really is. Okay, it's not complicated. It's not rocket science. You don't need a college degree. You don't need to go get a PhD. You don't need to have a 3.5 GPA. Look, I'm a normal average 22-year-old kid with a 1.7 GPA in high school, and if I can do it, you can do it. I know that for sure. So, assuming that you're a real estate agent and you're only representing the buyer or the seller, okay, not both parties. You're just representing one side of the transaction, okay? The actual process of writing paperwork, negotiating price, and completing the inspection periods, maybe, this is a big maybe, takes 4 to 5 hours on a deal, okay? Big maybe there. So just understand that and follow with me here. Now, if you happen to be representing a buyer, okay, this is worst case scenario, okay? You're representing a buyer, and you show the buyer 20 houses, okay? And that, by the way, that's not common in today's market. In today's market, normally in 3 to 5 houses, you can get a buyer under contract. Let's just say you maybe work. I mean, and this is, again, this is a stretch, okay? And that's it. That's worst case scenario. You're showing the buyer a crap ton of properties. You work a total of 10 to 20 hours to get the deal done, okay? So, assuming all of this, again, this is worst case scenario. Let's talk about the three different options, and then in a second, we're going to talk about worst case scenarios. Okay, so these figures that I'm going to show you and talk about down below are based on a 3% commission. If you're in a state where the normal, quote unquote, is 2%, again, everything's negotiable, then obviously just change your numbers accordingly. But I would say, you know, for the most part, 3% is what I see most often, okay? Option number one is that you represent the buyers or sellers, okay, on 2.7 $100,000 houses per month for 12 months. That equates to 33 houses per year sold, which equates to $100,000 a year, aka $273 per day, okay? So again, you represent a buyer or a seller on 2.7 houses per month at $100,000 per house. You do that every month for 12 months. That'll be 33 houses in a year, which equates to $100,000 a year at and that's $273 per day, okay? Option number two, you represent a buyer or seller on 1.3 $100,000 houses per month. 1.3, okay? For a total of 12 months. That equals 15.6 houses per year, okay, right here, 15.6 houses per year, which equals $100,000 a year, which equals $273 per day, okay? Option number 3, you represent buyers or sellers on 0.9 houses per month, $100,000 houses per month, okay? No, sorry, I take that back. If you're watching this live stream, this is 200,000. I meant to change this here. And this is 300,000, okay? So the prices go up. Okay, so right here again, 1.3 $200,000 houses per month for a total of 12 months equals 15.6 houses per year, which is $100,000 a year, $273 a day. Option number 3, you represent buyers or sellers on 0.9 $300,000 houses per month. One house per month for 12 months. That's 11 houses a year. You'll make $100,000 a year, which is $273,000 per day. Okay? Guys, this is unbelievable. This is so freaking simple. Now, I'm not going to get into marketing or lead gen or anything like that right now on how to sell 2.7, 1.3, and 0.9 houses per let's see, right here, per month, okay? But what I am going to tell you is that it is super simple, and if you just put in the work, it is not difficult, and it does not take that much time. Okay, worst case scenario, option number 1, right here. You're representing all buyers, and every buyer is a pain in the frickin' butt. And they want to see 20 houses. You work with no sellers. You work with all buyers. All buyers want to see 20 houses, and it takes you 20 hours per frickin' deal. Worst case scenario, you work 660 hours in 1 year, which is $150 per hour working 12 hours a week. Worst case scenario with option number 2. You represent all buyers. They're all a pain in the butt. They all want to see 20 houses, and it takes you 20 hours on every single deal. You work with no sellers. You work 312 hours in 1 year, which equates to $320 per hour, working a total of 6 hours per week. Again, I'm just referencing these options right here, okay? These 3 options. Worst case scenario, option number 3, you're representing all pain in the butt buyers, 20 houses per buyer, 20 hours per deal, 220 hours per year that you work. You make $450 per hour working 4 hours per week. What I want you to wrap your brain around is the simplicity of how to make the different ways to make $273 a day as a real estate agent, which equates to a 6-figure $100,000 a year income. Excuse me. You guys, it's truly this simple. Okay, you can do open houses. You can door knock. You can call people. You can just talk to family and friends. You can do, there's 80 million, you can run Facebook ads. You can go on Instagram. You can build a personal brand. You can talk, there are so many ways to make this happen. It is ridiculous. And the average amount of time it takes to become a real estate agent in the United States is 100 hours of classroom time. It takes 5,000 hours to cut hair. 100 hours to sell real estate, to become a licensed real estate agent. Understand the simplicity of this. Understand that if you're a millennial, or even if you're not a millennial, if you're 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, and you're not where you want to be in life, you're looking at other industries, and you're not sure what you want to do, I encourage you to get into real estate. Become a real estate agent. I'll make a video very similar to this on how to make $273 per day wholesaling real estate. If you're not familiar with what wholesaling is, go watch my wholesaling video. It was one of my first videos down. I'll link it in the description below. I'll make a very similar video on that, but don't stray away from how simple it is to become a real estate agent and make this happen. So many people are afraid of becoming a real estate agent, and you should not be afraid. The failure rate is high in every industry. Becoming a real estate agent is one of the most simple things you can do. Now, notice I didn't use the word easy, I used the word simple. I encourage you, this is the best industry on the face of the planet, in my opinion. And the most wealth, 80 to 90% of all millionaires and billionaires have created their wealth through real estate. Why not become a real estate agent to go on to learn how to become an influential real estate entrepreneur, a badass in your local market that knows the ins and outs and become somebody of influence, somebody that can reverse engineer a deal, a transactional engineer is what I like to call them, that does all things real estate at some point in their life, but it all starts with becoming a real estate agent and making some initial money so you can go on to do the big stuff and get in the good old boys club and play with the good old boys and the big boys and the big ballers and the big players to make the big money and to ultimately create the life that you want for your future friends and family. Guys, that's what I have for you here. If you're not already following me again on social, my Instagram handle is @AustinZaback. Really quick, I'm going to hop in here. What's up, King? What's going on, Anthony? Hope you guys are all doing great. Again, it's this simple, guys. Don't overcomplicate it, okay? Don't think about it. If you haven't already, join my private Facebook group for real estate entrepreneurs. Second link in the description down below. I'd love to see you there. I'd love to connect with you. Building a massive community there of real estate entrepreneurs nationwide, okay? Specifically millennial real estate entrepreneurs. If you're a millennial, even better. Again, second link in the description down below. Make sure you do that right now. If you're not already subscribed to me on YouTube, make sure you go subscribe to me on YouTube. Make sure you smash that notification bell. And Real Estate Mastery is only 1, maybe 2 weeks out at the very most. So that is coming soon. And that will be the first link in the description down below. The second that course comes available. So again, make sure you subscribe and your notification bells turned on. You're following me on Instagram because that course will launch. And I'm going to launch it on all social media platforms because it is going to be the best real estate education for a real estate agent and a little bit of real estate investing too by a millennial for a millennial on the planet. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.